Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm undressing because in one of the previous videos I was advised to not wear a shirt but instead to have something more casual like a t-shirt. And do you think that's casual enough? I truly hope so. So, where were we? Yeah, I'm obviously inside because looking through the window outside it's a kind of heavily snowing. So I can't do too much outside. First of all, there's no way of flying drones in that weather, so my range tests or whatever I do with drones is currently on hold. And secondly, it's mostly one color outside, which is the white color. Not much of a meaning to go outside and do reviews for action cameras. One of the things I could do is to stay at home, get some movies, play some games, get some good entertainment in front of the TV, and that can be even better if you have something like this. This is an Android TV box, and this one in particular is the new Tanix TX3 Max. To give you an idea where we are in terms of budget, this is a contender for Best Affordable TV Box of 2018. Unboxing this time will be as long as a quickie. There isn't too much inside the box. What is fair to highlight, unlike most of the unpopular brands, Tanix places their logo and some meaningful information on the package. And that shows, at least to people like me, commitment to brand awareness and makes me think that they know what they're doing. Inside the box we discover nothing unusual, the standard accessories like an HDMI cable, remote controller and the charger. This remote controller somewhat reminds me of the Xiaomi remote controllers, but that particular one has a few more buttons and is programmable. The device itself is not as big as the Max model suggests, so we will look for the Max elements somewhere else. Good choice of plastic, and there has obviously been some budget spent on designing it to look and feel good. Like most of the Tanix boxes, there is a front LED display, rubberized legs, and a bunch of ports. Nothing too interesting at the bottom, except the reset button. This one is mostly used by ROM-flashing enthusiasts and review freaks like me. Quite good set of ports, including LAN, PDIF, HDMI and, surprisingly, AV. If you have an old TV that does not support digital input, it may still be able to work with that TV box. On the other side you have two more USB ports, alongside with microSD slot. Hardware-wise, it is powered by the S905W. It has 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of ROM, and out-of-the-box based on Android 7.1 Nougat. The CPU is in fact a lower-end version of the 905 chip that AM Logic is releasing to compete the RK3220. The downgrade is mostly related to the 4K playback. Maximum supported are 30 frames per second, which is twice less than the pure 905. But how many 60 FPS 4K videos did you actually watch in the past month? So yeah, the system on a chip here seems to beat the ROG chip 3229 in the low-end segment, and we are going to see more TV boxes with it. And I have the feeling that this one will remain one of the best. Since I mentioned the display, I like two things about it. Compared to my TX9 Pro, the bluish color is nicer and the digits are larger, so there definitely is better visibility. The boot process takes less than a minute and you will see the Wi-Fi icon as soon as connection is in place. Tanix are making a big thing out of their new skin, which reminds me of a gamer's desktop. Nothing bad, it's just that this exact TV box is not the best spec'd one for games. While we are watching the initial boot process, a big thumb up to Tanix for the creativity. Once the Android 7.1 is ready for you, there is the launcher. It is good, clean, doesn't crash, and is highly customizable. Because everything here is based on stock Android, you can use a launcher of your choice. Although this Alex UX launcher does everything that it is designed to. Bloatware is luckily missing. Most of the TV boxes lately are getting the app MobDraw, which streams TV online. Not sure how much longer it will survive, considering the lawsuits against similar services, so enjoy it for as long as it is active. Obviously, Tanix developers are working more and more on improving their builds, and searching thoroughly the settings, there is no longer access to the classic Android settings section. Everything is grouped in a meaningful main menu, and if you look for more settings, just click it at the bottom of this menu. There is root out of the box, can be enabled from the settings, and I found a working TWRP recovery for flashing everything that you like, including exposed framework or making an Android backup. Starting with the tests. You can see some interesting facts about the internals. Codecs are first. You do have everything which is current and mainstream as of March 2018, including hardware support for H.265 playback. Netflix fans may be somewhat disappointed. 720p is here, but Full HD or better currently not supported due to the level of Google licensing. Benchmark results are more than satisfactory for a lower-end TV box. Geekbench shows just below 500 on a single core and close to 1300 multi-core score. Of course, it is far from being close to beasts like the Snapdragon-based top smartphones. Going through the storage tests, we are not disappointed again. Where most of the manufacturers will save from NAND, Tanix stays mid-range, and this is why we get pretty decent scores. If we do not pay attention to speed tests, although this could be subjective, unless you're a serious gamer, you'll hardly make a difference in execution of daily tasks between this device and something much more capable and expensive. It is great to see that low-end TV boxes of 2018 are close to performance of mid to top-range devices of last year, not to mention the great ports and connectivity features. Kodi is full of add-ons, and I recommend you to get to know them if you already have the TX3 Max. Gaming is also a pleasing activity. Having no issues to connect my Xiaomi Bluetooth joystick, I had a race with no drop frames and no lag, despite the fact a recording was running in the background. At the end, do I recommend this TV box? Totally! I'm a fan of Tanix, and they obviously are fans of pleasing their customers. So what does the Max stay for? It is actually for the price. For less than 40 bucks, you get the maximum possible amount of power and features. This is the deal from the budget segment. Should you want to save a few more bucks, and on top of that to support my channel, please use the links and the coupons provided below to purchase it. You may find our written review on techforall.net. It's been a pleasure to show you this device, and since you watched the video until the end, that probably was well spent time. So please take a few seconds to like, subscribe and share it. Thank you, and see you soon!